Hey, this is the 18th episode of Barely a Podcast, and in this episode we talk about all kinds of news, some of it relevant, some of it not relevant at all, some of it is pretty ingenious, and some of it's just downright stupid. So stick along for the ride, and I'm sure you're going to have a lot of fun.
Previously on The Beautiful Life.
Alright? Its whole purpose is making fun of other memes.
So
Therefore, it's pretty hard for it to get old.
so that meme is an anti-meme, is what you're telling me.
Yes.
That's
Nice vocabulary.
anti?
Yeah, anti-meme.
An
Want me to
anti...
define that?
Yeah, okay, and yeah, go ahead, define anti-meme on our 18th episode of the
An
Barely a
anti-meme
Podcast.
is something that, okay, it's kind of like... Oh my god, I've never tried to explain this.
Well, go ahead, try right now.
Okay, an anti-meme is something that is... Okay, it's completely unfunny if you look at it objectively, but when you take into effect the context of previous memes, it's very funny.
Okay.
Usually.
So,
That's subjective.
yeah, I guess, well, but a meme is subjective in the first place. I mean, anything that is supposed to be humorous is subjective. But
Yes.
is it like, it's funny because it's making fun of other memes, and that's what makes it an anti-meme?
No. What makes it an anti-meme is blunt humor.
Okay.
It's completely unexpected. It's a joke without a punchline.
So, that's not an anti-meme, that's just an anti-joke, like the,
No.
it's like, why'd
No,
Sally fall
don't
off
you
the
dare say that.
swings? It's like, oh, because Sally had no arms.
Yeah.
You know that kind of thing?
Yeah.
It's always laughing.
It's funny, man.
That's like the worst one. Then there's the classic. What's the difference between a Lamborghini and a pile of dead babies?
That's a real bad one.
Yeah, I know. I don't have a Lamborghini in my garage.
Yeah. I said bad because it's not funny at all.
Yeah, I know it's bad, but it's also bad.
Yeah, but I don't really care that it's bad. I care that it's bad.
Okay.
I feel you.
And then, what is some of your favorite dead memes that have died?
That have died.
Yes. And did they go out with a bang, or did they... It seems like memes don't go out with a bang. They have to
No.
slowly die.
It's always a drawn-out death. It can never be
Slow
quick.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, I think about it. Like, if it just got really popular for a second, then
I think-
it couldn't die.
Pop.
I think one of my favorites has got to be D's Nuts.
These nuts.
Well,
Yeah.
you still use that to this day.
Well, yeah,
I-
no,
I would not say that's
because
completely dead.
it's so far dead.
No, it is definitely dead.
I don't know.
Yeah, I would agree with Justin in saying it's dead, but it's so far dead it's not dead.
Yeah, it's so far
But
dead
if
that
some
it got
people-
reincarnated into something untouchable.
This is something untouchable.
And I don't know. My sister first told me D's Nuts like 10 years ago.
10 years
How
ago.
old is that video?
That Vine is not old. It's like 3 years old, 2 years old.
So then how did she tell you that? Oh, the joke's been around a long time.
Yeah, it's almost like he didn't come up with it or something.
Oh,
Joke.
oh, okay. I see what you're saying. So then
Is it some meme conspiracy?
it was a joke that kind of
Yeah.
it had
It was
it was a
just
joke
made
that,
popular by that Vine because the guy that said it is ridiculous.
so do you have a joke? It was popular early 2000s. Then it kind of died, and then it had a resurgence as a meme. Ooh, this is any meme creators listening, find old jokes that aren't necessarily funny anymore because they've been told so many times, and memeify them, videoify them, and that's how you become popular.
Negative. Don't do that. You try to make a meme and you don't.
Yeah, I guess that's
Forced
true.
memes never go.
Yeah.
Well, do you have any examples?
Well, we wouldn't know of any because
Yeah, you
none
don't.
of the
I
ones
don't
that
have
are...
any examples because
the
all
universe.
Well, how do you
are never
how do you
great.
know those weren't forced?
Because I've seen the attempts
Well,
plenty.
by nature, the increasingly verbose meme is forced.
Is what?
The one where like it gets more and more wordy and the picture gets more and more degraded. Like someone has to take the time to be like, okay, I'm gonna make a meme and this is gonna be it's gonna be this.
No. Okay,
So like
no.
some
No, no,
memes,
no.
like okay,
No,
think
no, no,
about
I'm gonna stop you there, Alex.
yeah,
All right. That's not when they made that meme.
yeah,
Okay, a meme is just a trend of a type of joke.
okay, in like picture video format.
So when they first made that, they're like, yeah, this is just a joke. They didn't make it as a meme. But when more and more people started doing that, then it became a meme.
Okay, okay. And you're one of the only people I know that thinks that the All-Star meme is not dead. And why is that?
All-Star is not dead.
It is totally dead. That meme is
No.
dead.
No, I would
No.
disagree.
What?
It is not.
That meme is
No.
totally dead.
No,
No.
it is far too old to die.
Yeah,
Well, I don't think that's a thing.
I think it's immortal.
Justin said the same thing like last week. I don't. Tommy, are you on my side here?
I don't think it's immortal.
Yeah, I don't think a
But-
meme can be immortal. I don't think.
I really just can't say if it's dead or not because I'm not up to date. In
Yeah.
the memes.
I agree with Tommy. I'm not in meme culture enough, like in the culture, to know whether that meme is dead or not. But it just feels like to me, it's just been so strung out that like, it's
Yeah.
when I've heard so many renditions of that song that like new quote unquote humorous ones are not
what
that
do you,
funny.
What do you mean by renditions?
Like the meme is like doing something ridiculous to the song or putting the song in like a funny
That has-
situation.
That has nothing to
It's-
do with All-Star.
It still happens all the time.
Right, no, it still happens all the time, but that doesn't make it funny.
But what you said,
It
that's
doesn't
not
happen.
All-Star.
No, I know the song is what the meme is, but I'm saying the song has been used in so many different places that it doesn't have the same feeling that it once did, in my opinion.
Well, then you were lost.
Man, we really went into the first topic. Okay, I'm gonna segue us on over to the second topic. Oh God, I don't remember. What did I have here?
Ketamine.
Oh yeah, okay. So apparently this is like has nothing to do with dead memes. This is like the polar opposite of dead memes. But apparently, you know that Sean Spicer guy?
Yeah.
Apparently he like had like a press conference, like not on camera, but where he just met and answered questions with like specific news outlets, and
there are
he
organizations.
intentionally like didn't allow
Oh yeah, I heard about this.
Yeah. He handpicked which news outlets he would talk to, which kind of feels quite un-American when you think about the First Amendment. Like our government only like dealing with a few news outlets and press instead of all of them. But he specifically didn't allow CNN, the New York Times, Los Angeles Times, Politico, which Politico is supposed to be one of the most nonpartisan news sites.
Supposed to be.
Well, I mean, it generally is. BuzzFeed, the BBC, and the Guardian, they were all not allowed to meet with him for like this Q&A thing, and I don't know. It just feels very like un-American and un-First Amendment. I don't know what you guys' thoughts are on this.
I agree.
I think, well, the reason they didn't allow CNN, I believe, is because CNN has a history of their reporters being rude during the press conferences.
I mean,
Like, have you seen
Rude.
that? Have you seen that video where the one CNN reporter is like interrupting everybody else,
No.
talking over everybody else?
I mean, when was this?
I feel like you can find examples of these types of things from many different news sources.
Yeah, I'm sure I can find videos of like there's plenty of videos of all news sources like bashing their interviewees or like just all kinds.
This wasn't like this was recent, like within a month.
Were
And
they bashing Sean Spicer? Because that's probably
No, they were mad because they weren't getting picked, like to answer questions.
Oh well, yeah.
For their question, but
Yeah,
they were like interrupting other people, like they had to get kicked out.
I think you're getting your information skewed here.
Yeah.
There's a video of it.
I mean, I would have to watch the video. I don't know.
I feel like I've heard of this, and that's not what I heard, but I
Okay.
don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't think I can't really speak on what you're talking about, Justin, because I haven't seen that video. But I don't know. Like, what I can say is like, what about all these other places? Like, sure, let's go out on a limb and say that CNN, and I don't know if any of us believe this, but CNN is like terrible, and all their news reporters are gonna go and like yell at Sean Spicer. So then, what about the New York Times, the Los Angeles Times, Politico, BuzzFeed, which I understand, BBC, and The Guardian? What about those? Like
I don't know what The Guardian is. Or-
BBC is like considered one of the most reputable news organizations out there.
They're like from the UK, aren't they?
Yeah, for sure. It's British
Broadcasting channel.
Yeah, British
Probably.
Broadcasting Channel. Yeah, I'll look it up. But yeah, they're supposed to be extremely reputable, and the same thing with Politico. I don't know. It's weird. Apparently, it's like the first time in like I don't know exactly how many years, but like in many presidencies that a president has like specific, or like the White House specifically met with only some news organizations and blocked others from meeting with them. It's just weird.
Well, the argument is that Obama did this once with Fox News, except that that's not really true. There was an incident where some people in the Treasury Department said to Fox News at a press conference, like, "Hey, you're not on the list. You can't come in. You can't ask questions or whatever." And everyone said this was like Obama doing it, but it was actually just some people working in the Treasury Department, like
Well,
whoever organized the
You cut out.
and that too, like
Oh,
the act
yeah.
when it
Everyone
got
just
brought.
cut out.
When did I?
It's
What was the
fine.
last
Just
thing?
continue. I don't think we missed anything important.
When it got brought to the White House was like, "Oh yeah, Fox News can come right in." It was just a miscommunication.
Oh, so they let him in? They let him in?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so then that's not... Because I was going to say, before you made that last snippet, I was going to be like, oh, well, actually, you could make a direct comparison to this, because it's not like Donald Trump said, hey, don't let him in, it's Sean Spicer. But then, at the same time, they did end up letting Fox News in, so
Yes.
then this is not a valid comparison to that at all.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah, man, those snorts.
Yeah, what am I, Alex?
Yep. Yeah, I don't know if there's much more to say about this. I was flipping through new stuff, and I was like, what the hell? This is weird. Okay, our next thing is, so, how, have you guys heard about, like, the whole wage gap thing?
Oh,
Sure.
yes.
Huh? You guys all spoke at the same time, I did.
I've heard of it.
Yeah, you know the whole, like...
Wage gap between gender?
Yeah, gender wage gap. Sorry, I should have been
Okay.
more specific. Because if you do a little research, the gender wage gap is like the number that they always throw out, the 78%. I don't know how, have you guys heard of that
Yes,
like that
I
figure
have.
being
No.
used?
Yes.
I've heard it used multiple times, and apparently like even Obama used that figure, but apparently it's like a complete myth.
Yep.
Thank
You want me to tell you why?
yeah, no, I know why. I mean, you can tell me why, and then I'll add.
Why is it? Tell me. I don't
Yeah,
know.
okay, go ahead,
Okay.
Justin. Because
Well,
it's hold on
the
a
figure
second.
itself is factual. But the context that it's used in doesn't make any sense. The figure is the average earnings of men versus women, and on average, women earn 78% of what men do.
Right.
That's
So,
but that's across everything.
yeah, the way they get that number is they say, okay, in the United States, men make this much money, like in total. They just add it all up. Then they say
Yep.
women make this much money, add it all up, and then find the difference. And it happens to be that they make 78%. But that's completely without context, and there's a lot of like factors that go into that. So you can talk about it. But the reason that I wanted to bring it up is because I've heard it used so many times, and I definitely agree that women should be treated in the exact same way as men, and that
Whoa, dude, no, really?
yeah, no, but like I'm sure unless you're like a racist, like racist, not an example, but,
Racist?
yeah, sorry.
What?
Unless you're like unless you're prejudiced and like misogynistic, obviously you're gonna believe the same thing I just said. Like all of us do. So it's just when you hear that figure used, I've like heard it a million times, and I've blindly been like, oh yeah, man, that's really terrible. But that wage gap is like. It's fake news, man. It's fake news. So go ahead, Justin. Explain.
Fake news.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Explain how Because we said it's not real, but we haven't told them why.
What do you mean? You just did.
No,
It's
no.
because on average, women aren't in as high-paying jobs as men.
Not only that, but on average, women are
Oh,
more likely
yeah.
to not have jobs. Like, they're more likely to work at home, and I'm not saying... It's a fact. And,
Yeah.
That's part of patriarchy.
and I mean, you could argue that too. That is a valid argument, but that's one
that we
reason.
live in a patriarchy.
I mean, we live in a situation where maybe in some households it's not like... Because I've heard from adults, like
There was just a mosquito
my
on
parents'
there.
age, that like they don't want their spouse working. Have you guys ever heard that? Because I have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun fact, Alex, look up the definition of patriarchy.
Okay. Is this
What
have to
is
do
that?
with like religious stuff?
No, it's like a society ruled by men.
Yeah.
Okay.
That
Cool.
kind of thing hasn't been around in hundreds of years.
Well, no, but I'm saying
Eastern
yeah.
society, anyway.
Okay, so maybe patriarchy is like is a very extreme word to use.
Yes.
I don't know about hundreds of years.
Yeah, hundreds of
In
years.
Western
When did
society.
women get suffrage? I would say you could say probably 30 or 40 years, Justin. I don't know about hundreds
That's
of
true,
years.
that's true.
And maybe even 30 or 40 people could argue that like we were much more misogynistic then than we are now. But anyway, it goes into that. It goes into, on average, men work longer hours. Like the average work week for a woman is 35 hours. Average work week for a man is 40 hours. So when people hear that statistic, they think like when I hear that statistic, I think, okay, if me, because I'm a dude, and there's like a girl, and we both work at McDonald's,
me.
and we both work the same amount of time, I am likely to get paid 22% more, and that's not true.
And you know why it's not true?
For all the reasons
Because
we
it's
just-
illegal.
yeah. Now it's
Like I always don't understand that. How like people are like, oh yeah, this needs to stop, and it's like, yeah, it's almost like there's a law for that or something.
I don't think there
yeah.
isn't
Oh
a
no, there is a
problem.
law. Oh
There is
wait,
a
sorry.
law.
Yeah, go ahead. We
This,
didn't even
this
let
is
him
just
finish.
with women's rights in general. I don't think there isn't a problem. I just don't think it's like as massive of a scale that many people play it out to be.
Oh, for sure, it's blown out of proportion. I definitely think it's an issue in some sectors that needs to be solved, but like it is blown out of proportion for sure.
hmm
And our next controversial topic is
Oh,
Oh.
nice.
yeah, I got all the controversial topics. It's apparently they changed like if you go into Olympic records, it no longer says Bruce Jenner won all those things. It says Caitlyn Jenner. I don't know what your guys' thoughts were on that.
Why does that matter?
Who cares?
I don't know.
She changed her name. That shouldn't matter. That should change. If she changed her name, it should change.
I don't know. I just
It's not a big deal. Because then, I mean, that's
Are
understandable.
you annoyed by that?
it doesn't bother me. I just saw it in the news categories. I don't know. I mean,
I think it's
you could
weird.
make an argument for either way. You could make an argument that says she was a man for 30 years and she won as a man. That was the
But this
person that
doesn't-
won.
Well,
Oh, okay.
no,
Here,
no,
wait,
no.
no. Here's
This
a.
doesn't even have to do with.
Yeah,
with
it doesn't have to do anything to do with
It's her changing her name.
Oh yeah. I guess.
Yeah, it's just the name.
Okay. Well,
Whatever you think.
If I win the Olympics and then I change my name to like John, does my records change to like John won the Olympics?
It would make
Probably.
things less confusing.
Yeah.
I would assume so.
That wasn't that great of a topic, but this reminded me of something that is a much better topic. It is that apparently, and this might throw you off guard unless you've already heard this, that Caitlyn Jenner considers herself a traditionalist and believes that marriage should only be between a man and a woman.
I didn't know
What?
that. I do should
Really?
Republican
Yes,
about that.
actually.
That's
wild.
hilarious.
Yeah, it's like, what? Like, what? Woman of the year, everybody.
That's some pretty big irony right there.
I know. Yeah.
I mean, okay, yeah, you can. I don't know. What does that imply, though? Is that like, she says she's a traditionalist and she's like for straight marriage, but does that imply that she's against gay marriage?
Well, no. She says that she believes that marriage should only be between a man and a woman.
Probably should have listened to that.
Yeah. Like, she got criticized a bunch, so, she's more, like, I guess, liberal in that sense now, like, publicly. But for a long time, she's, like, in the last few years, she's, like, marriage is between a man and a woman. Now she's been, like, criticized a ton, so she doesn't outright come out with that. She doesn't say that out loud anymore. But it's, it's just, it's so, like, mind-boggling. It's like, what? It's like, so, why should we, like, I don't have any problem with transgender people, but it's like, why should we accept you if you don't accept gay people? It's like, it's you're being extremely prejudiced, and you expect, like, respect and people to respect you and not be prejudiced against you for changing your gender, but then you think it's okay to be prejudiced against people who want to get married and are in a gay relationship. It's so stupid.
Yeah. Pretty hypocritical of her.
Yeah. Next topic is, and I kind of need to read more of this article to make sure, but apparently, according to the New York Daily News, professional witches have
Oh, I heard about this.
cast a spell on Trump, a binding spell to deter the president from doing harm. They claim it's not a hex or a curse meant to harm him.
Yeah.
It's just it's a primarily a self-defense measure. I'm quoting this person right now. So many of us are just overwhelmed with assaults on civil liberties, immigrants, the environment, and this felt like a way to reclaim our power. We have power over you. You don't have power over us.
Wait. Okay, one thing, can we put that on hold for a second? One thing I don't understand is why people always are like, oh, our civil liberties. What, like, nothing major has changed.
There's a whole immigrant thing, Justin.
Yeah.
Travel ban.
Yeah,
that
pretty
changed.
huge.
Well, yeah,
Pretty
okay,
huge.
travel ban, that's an exception. Immigrants, it's definitely an argument.
There's
Yeah.
something there.
Well, okay, why don't we go over the ones it says? It says assault on civil liberties. So what would you consider an assault on civil liberty?
That's what I'm asking.
Like,
What is... People always say that, like people always, like, use this, like, great fear, like, oh, the world's gonna end. Always. Like, what? Nothing, it's not that bad.
I agree with what you're saying. Definitely things have gotten better, and if anything, like, getting back to, like, the whole gay thing, like, gay marriage is now legal. Like, that's the opposite of an attack on a civil liberty. I think...
Well, that didn't happen under Trump.
Right, no, I know,
Trump
but
supports that.
I don't think that Trump's going to undo that anytime soon. I don't think it's
No, he's not going
constitutional
to.
to undo it. And it would be terrible
not.
for his image.
He
well,
supports,
I mean-
he supports LGBT anyway, so
Yeah.
But,
it won't happen.
I agree with immigrants and the environment.
Well,
I don't know, I doubt he's going to pass anything that, like, takes away civil liberties. Like, it's in the realm of possibility, but I don't know, I wish they were more specific. I agree with you, Justin.
Yeah, and that's actually something I've noticed a lot. It's like a life or death when people like when it comes to politics. People
I mean,
always like,
it's
oh,
potentially
everything's gonna be
dangerous.
terrible. Like, this Republican got elected. Like, it's not.
It happens on all sides all the time. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not like new to Trump or anything.
Yeah.
Everyone does it to everything.
I think the internet's
It's too
just
bad.
made people more vocal. Like, before, people would be, like, crying in closed doors, and now you see, like, videos that are trending on YouTube of people crying because Trump got elected. Eric, you were saying something while Justin was talking? I don't know. But
Shoot, I lost my train of thought.
calling you out for interrupting Justin.
I mean, if we can get back to the actual story, who cares if witches like do that?
Oh no, I just
don't know-
it literally, if you go into Google and you type in news, it brings up all
Yeah,
the
yeah.
most relevant news, and apparently
know.
this was it. I was like, oh, what?
Just like, okay.
Where was this reported?
And
The New York Daily News.
more like
And
the
who exactly,
fake news, am I right?
believes it?
Who believes this? I mean, witches everywhere, Eric. Are you?
mean,
do you not have
okay.
respect
There's
for
nothing to
witches? Are
believe.
you trying to take
It's
away their
not
civil
like a-
liberties?
Oh shoot. I mean, I allegedly got cursed once.
Wait, what?
What?
No,
Yeah.
no, you didn't.
Wait, well, tell this story right
Yeah.
now.
It was over the internet.
Oh, okay.
Well, okay, I doubt they
The
went.
story's starting to make more sense now.
No, but I doubt they went to like Trump's White House and said like started like cursing him all on the front lawn. I'm sure they did it
Yeah.
long distance. So go ahead. This is still valid.
So this person, we were having a debate about Wicca. You know what Wicca is?
No.
Nope.
It's basically the witch religion.
Okay.
And this person's like, oh, blah blah blah. It's like, it's religion. I don't know why is it not like on the same level as Christianity? Like why is it so persecuted? I'm like, it's because it's dumb.
Okay. Here's
Okay.
It's like, okay, I'll curse you.
here's
I'm like,
my
oh.
opinion on that kind of thing. And this doesn't, what I'm about to say doesn't apply to Scientology because I know that a lot of, no, let me stop all the Scientologists who are going to be offended. I'm going to offend you even more. It's been, like, shown that a lot of Scientologists use, like, very manipulative and, like, I don't know what word I'm looking for, but they basically brainwash people into joining their religion. And I guess you could make that comment with, like, other religions for sure. Like, why is someone coming to my door and trying to convince me to, like, stop believing in holidays and stuff like that? But,
Yeah.
like, it's been shown that, like, they've made tons of documentaries and movies about how these people would just brainwash people into believing in Scientology. So I don't really apply this to Scientology, but I think that, like, look, you can make an argument that all the major religions are just as insane or just as viable as, like, Wicca or whatever. So, as long as you're not hurting anyone, and I guess you are in danger, Justin, so screw that Wicca person. I condemn you, person.
Allegedly in danger.
You're allegedly in danger. I condemn that person who cursed you, Justin. But I think that, you know what? Like, I think calling someone's religion stupid, even if it is kind of ridiculous, like, in my opinion, as, like, a agnostic or whatever you want to label it, I don't really know. I don't follow anything. I think that...
Well, there's agnostic theists and there's agnostics atheists.
Trying to give me more of a label, Eric?
No, it's just agnostic doesn't really mean anything by itself.
Then what is agnostic theist and agnostic atheist? And then I'll tell you.
Agnostic atheist
If you're not
is what
practicing, then you
most
don't know.
most atheists are. Really, it's like they can't like prove anything, but they choose to live their life as it doesn't exist because there's no like
Alright, here, let me
overwhelming
break it
amount
down
of
for you
evidence.
real quick.
Just
Okay, wait, yeah,
interrupting
Eric's
me.
speaking. Let
Oh,
Justin
no.
finish.
It's fine.
Yeah, okay. And now what's
And-
a thesis?
An agnostic theist thinks there is something, but they don't know, and so they'll live their life as if there is something, but they're not like making it number one priority. I think.
I probably lean towards agnostic atheist, but like I really want there to be something. Does that count for anything?
Mm,
No.
Ah, damn it.
no.
Damn it. Okay. But anyway, getting back to my point, I think that you can make an argument that, like, and I'm about to offend some Hindu people right now, that worshipping a cow is just as stupid as, like, believing that you can have the power to, like, curse someone. And you can argue all this crap to the ends of the earth, and I think that as long as you're not hurting anyone with your religion, no religion is as dumb or as stupid as another one. They're all on the same playing field.
I agree.
The only major difference between a religion and a cult is the number of people who follow it.
Ooh, that's some deep stuff, man.
Eric, what are you trying to get us kicked off YouTube?
No.
Okay. If anyone else has anything to say about witches, I'm going to move on to the next topic.
I don't have anything more to say.
I'm good.
All right. The next topic is apparently there is a large internet petition, which internet petitions are stupid, but apparently there's also like huge posters and like lots of people are talking about how apparently Paris's president is up for re-election, and a large amount of the population wants Obama to become their president in 2017.
Do they have?
Do you mean of France or of Paris?
Sorry. Well, the all of like the buzz is going around in Paris, but like the president of France.
Is it called the president in France?
Yeah. I mean, it translates to president.
Okay.
El Presidente.
Hee hee.
Do they have a thing like they have in the U.S. where you have to be born here?
I'm assuming not. Otherwise, people would not waste their time.
Maybe people are just making a joke like.
Here's how Bernie
communist.
Sanders can still win.
Dude. What the hell? Oh. Okay. I'm gonna look that up. Do you have to do you have to be born in France to be president? And the answer is, in France, a foreign-born citizen can stand for president. Okay, so you just have to be a citizen.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't
So Obama has to be a citizen first, though.
Yeah, I feel like... Okay, what is your guys' opinion on having to be born in the United States to become a
I
president?
think it's dumb.
I feel like
I think it's fine.
if you're a citizen, then you're just as American as anyone else.
I think as long as you've lived here for a certain amount of time, then you should be able to run.
Yeah, okay,
But
that's a good...
It's the rule is you have to be 40 and you have to have lived in the U.S. for 30 years.
No, you have to be born in the United States.
Yeah, you have to be born in the United States.
Well, I know you have to be born in the United States and lived here for 30 years.
Okay.
So you should have to have lived here for a good amount of time. I don't know. I'm not going to think of anything off the top of my head. But I don't think... Okay, whatever. 30 years. 30 years. We'll just say that.
That's the rule.
I'm saying what it should be, not what it is now.
Okay.
Yeah, if you've lived here for 30 years, then you're just as American as anyone else. I mean, unless you, like, moved here when you were, like, 60, I mean, you could probably make an argument for, like, you were indoctrinated into your old culture and you're never going to change into, like, your new culture. Like, you're never going to completely, I guess...
I don't think someone's going to run for president when they're 90, though.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying, like, maybe if they wanted to change that law, then they would say something like, well, you have to have, like, you can't, like, you couldn't have moved here after, like, 50 years of age or something. But I don't know, like, it feels a little weird. Like, there's plenty of people who move here, like, just when they're born, and they're just as American as us. It just feels weird. Yeah, I don't know. Tommy, you said it was fine.
For having the rule in place?
I don't think it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's not, like, the absolute worst thing, but I think it shouldn't be in place.
Yeah, I feel like there are situations where it's kind of dumb. Like, for example, my dad's been here since he was, like, 16 or 17. He doesn't even... His, like, native language is now English because he has been in an English school. Even when he was not living in the United States, he was in English primary-speaking school. He barely remembers how to speak Farsi. And he is just... I would argue that he is just as American as the majority of the adults living in the United States. Like, I don't understand.
I would agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, like, it's like, oh, well, you can't have an American person. Like, it doesn't really matter. Like, whoever the people want to be elected should be elected.
Well, but I'm saying those people would never, like, have someone who was born in the United States, who, let's say, has the ambition and has, like, the political mindset and wants to run for president, right? And maybe he's someone that people would like, but he would never start a campaign if he wasn't born in the United States because he would know he would have no chance.
Yeah.
So,
Sure.
so I'm saying, like, even if the people want him, like, I guess that argument doesn't really work because
It's dumb anyway.
Yeah. Moving on. Next topic is okay. So Kate Upton has a very serious policy. According to Fox News, breaking news.
Ooh, Fox News.
Breaking
Let's go.
news. Kate Upton says that there is absolutely no sex with her husband before he plays a baseball game. Absolutely none.
Feels bad, man.
Yeah. And then she
That's gonna be
added.
him.
She added, what I've just found out is if he plays too well, there's no sex after either. What a buzzkill for me. Why
What?
is this? That's
Why?
what she said. Apparently, this is breaking news.
From what Fox News, right?
Fox News.
Is that like what like division?
There's got to be more to it than that.
You're talking about like Fox News, Fox Business, Fox News Go, Fox Radio.
Yeah,
Like,
sure.
It's just Fox News. Oh,
Not
it's under entertainment.
So then that makes sense. I mean, it's just entertainment news is always just going to be stupid stuff like this.
Yeah, I guess so.
But it's breaking.
Yeah, breaking.
Breaking.
All right. Next topic. Okay, so Justin, you heard me. You made a little statement the other day that a lot of you made it as when I brought up MIT, saying that a lot of colleges are wasting their time doing ridiculous stuff. Well, apparently MIT just created a special coating that will now go inside ketchup bottles that allows ketchup to just glide out and can no longer get stuck inside ketchup bottles. How does that make you
Thank
feel,
God.
Justin?
That feels real good, man.
Are they just wasting their time, or are they changing the world?
That sounds
Change the
great,
world.
honestly.
Changing the world.
You know the limited amount of heavy metals that we have to make all this computer stuff. You know, it's put into good use. You know.
I know, and this is how it works. First, they put in a rough coating on the inside of the entire bottle, and on top they put a very thin layer of a very slippery surface that is supposed to feel like an oily floor. And they don't explain what this is, so maybe that oily surface could give us cancer, we don't know. But A, it'll get the ketchup out easier. And B, it'll save us a whole lot of time of smacking the bottom of the ketchup bottles. So,
Like why? There's got to be a simpler solution
then adding
than
Like
doing
a-
all this research.
adding a lubricant into the inside of all ketchup bottles.
Yeah.
How do you know it took a lot of research and wasted a lot of time? It could have been like
Exactly.
2 hours of work.
I'm trying to
There's got to
find.
be something better to work on.
Let's see.
They
It's
have a lot
2
of students.
hours.
I'm sure it's all right that they're doing this.
Yeah, I don't think this is that big of a deal.
You can't expect them to be curing cancer or something, or whatever they do there at MIT.
Yeah, not
Curing cancer
everything
at
has
MIT.
to be revolutionary.
Oh,
Yeah.
this is interesting. Actually, apparently, they're arguing that this research is very good because it stops a lot of food waste. Because apparently,
Ketchup.
no. Well, when they manufacture sticky products like ketchup, and I wouldn't consider ketchup sticky, but that's what they're calling it. They're
It's
about
sticky when it's dried.
Yeah, I guess they say there is about, this is coming from MIT, about 200 million gallons of materials each year that get stuck in tanks and then get washed off and thrown away. And in packages, there are about 40 billion packs with material stuck in the packages. So technology has potential to significantly reduce waste. So you know what? I guess they have,
That sounds even better.
yeah.
This is already a great like discovery or whatever, and now it's even better because it's good to eliminate waste. Earth is only so big.
All right.
I mean,
Well,
There
very
can
cool,
only be
Eric.
so many islands of trash in the ocean. Have you guys seen that? There's an actual island made
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
trash.
And isn't it like nearing the
Oh.
size of like North America or something?
It's already bigger than the United States.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Actually?
hmm
In the middle of the ocean.
Can someone fact check that?
I'm doing that myself.
Why
fact
does-
check.
Why
Okay, no, it's twice the size of Texas. My bad.
But
Not
still-
quite North America.
Still, there's a huge island in the middle of the ocean. Why does it not pop up on like soon they're gonna have to start putting it on like globes and stuff. Like you can't
I mean,
ignore that.
Hello?
I'm sure you can see it from space.
Oh, I see.
I'm saying
I'm
like
gonna
when you
look
go
at
into
it.
like classrooms or when you go on Google Maps, you don't see
Oh, that kind of globe.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, I was confused at first.
What did you think?
I don't know. It's like other planets.
Yeah, that's what I thought he meant.
Oh, no. I meant like literally. You're gonna have to.
Other planets.
But I think it moves. Doesn't just stay in one place.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It moves. That's even scarier.
But the thing is,
It's floating.
it's also, it's not like it's just on the surface. You can't just take a net and like scoop it out. That's gonna not really solve
We should
much.
firebomb it.
Because
That'll get rid of it real
Napalm.
quick.
Let's go.
take its oil.
Oh, here's an interesting thing. Apparently, sorry, did I interrupt you?
Well, I was going to say something.
Go ahead, continue, because I was gonna bring something. up.
So it's like penetrated through multiple layers of the ocean. So it's gotten down deeper, and it. Okay, and so you can't just scoop it out from the top, and it's broken down into such like tiny pieces, the plastic, and so
That's why you should
More
just bomb it.
Damn it.
that's true.
Exactly.
Get rid of it and then take
I
its
believe
valuable
it's
trash
called
resources.
It's gone from the surface layer to like the benthic zone.
Wait,
I think.
has it? So it's reached the ocean floor.
Not the ocean floor.
No.
What is the benthic zone?
I mean,
Okay,
once
no.
it reaches the
Where you
ocean
get
It's
floor,
not the benthic zone. It's the. Let me look it up. Benthic
if it reaches the
zone is-
ocean floor, does it technically become a landmass?
Yeah, I guess so. That's where we're gonna send all
No.
the. Oh, that's where Trump's gonna deport all the people. Send them to the trash island.
Send them to Trash Island.
Is it gonna be like a? Eventually, it's gonna be so big that like countries are gonna want to have it because even though it's garbage, they're like we can't just give up this territory. So there's gonna be a war over Trash Island. Oh man.
I bet it'd become like unclaimed, like Antarctica. That's like you can't claim it.
Oh,
Maybe-
Why
maybe-
doesn't the United States just claim Antarctica?
What?
Because we can't.
Why not though?
Because nobody can.
No, there's no like laws of the universe. Like we've said,
Yeah, it's
that we're
agreement.
not. We've agreed to not doing plenty of things, and then gone ahead and done it anyway. I guess
Like
the
what?
bigger question is why don't we just consume Canada? That's probably the more urgent question.
Yeah. I mean, there's actually territory in Antarctica that's still under Nazi control, technically.
What?
Yeah.
Under Nazi
where?
control?
Yeah, it's still controlled by Nazi Germany, technically.
What
Germany.
parts of what?
Parts of Antarctica?
Antarctica.
So they were
look it up.
like, oh, no one's going after this, so you know what we're gonna do.
Yeah, they use
because
it as like a research.
Antarctica has all those.
The resources.
Yeah, all those resources.
Growing land.
Hey, well, with global warming, Antarctica's gonna become a paradise.
Of course.
Yeah.
I guess. Huh. And something on the fact of like debris. I found out today that apparently like with spaceships and stuff, like astronauts and like NASA and them are like do this really stupid thing where they just leave like fragments of their ships and stuff in the atmosphere. I mean, not in the atmosphere, outside of the atmosphere, but like in Earth's orbit. Because they feel like there's no worries about, like, you can just put whatever you want in space because it's never going to be a problem, right? So then things get stuck in Earth's orbit, and so you have giant pieces of metal that are moving at 18,000 miles per hour orbiting around the Earth, that some of them are close enough where they'll eventually get burned up in the atmosphere, but some of them will never because they're far enough away where they'll just remain in orbit. And so now NASA actually has to plan launches to avoid collisions with these pieces of like material.
Well,
Because we're
Alex, the fact that it's going 18,000 miles per hour is completely irrelevant.
I mean, why is
Good.
that?
Because that's the orbital speed around the sun. So, like, if you're next to it, it doesn't matter.
That you're saying that's the speed at which
Like
the Earth is
when you're
turning?
in orbit, it's like technically stationary.
Right, but I'm saying that when you're so imagine what speed does the Earth turn?
Turn?
Like what
I
speed? Because these pieces of metal, they're not orbiting around the sun. They're orbiting around the Earth at 18,000 miles per hour. So when we launch something up, we have to actually take like means to avoid hitting things.
Yeah, that's not as complicated as it sounds. Actually,
I know, but I'm saying.
How
like,
would you know?
trust me, dude.
This is literally rocket science.
Yeah, and it gets extremely dangerous, especially
Rocket
when you're.
science is overhyped.
It gets extremely dangerous, especially when you're moving at like let's say we have plans to eventually go visit like other solar systems and things like that, which is in the way future, but you would imagine you're moving at a hundredth of the speed of light. You're still moving so fast that you're not really gonna have time to be like, oh, gotta move out of the way of that giant piece of metal that's coming at me at 18,000 miles per hour. Like, you're already on that crash course. So, we're just kind of polluting. Not only are we polluting the Earth, but we're also polluting the orbital system of the Earth. And unless anyone has any comments to make about that, I have my last topic of the day. And this is also from the BBC. Like, so many of these are from the BBC.
The BBC.
So
Yes,
apparently, the Dutch road safety group WN has created. Wait, no, hold up. I don't want to say something that's incorrect.
Okay.
Okay, wait. I'm just making sure. Okay, it's not the Dutch safety group, but where is this happening? In the Netherlands. Pavement lights.
Somewhere in there.
Yeah, in the Netherlands, pavement lights have been installed for people who are on their phones, so that they don't have to look down when it's time to use the crosswalk. And I know that it's hard to visualize that, so I'll put this image in. So basically, when it's time to use the crosswalk, this light on the ground, you guys see that? That will turn green. Because you're looking down at your phone, so you can't see all of the lights above you. And then when you're not supposed to cross, it turns red.
Okay.
So there...
I don't think this is as ridiculous as it sounds.
Well,
but I have definitely done that.
Yeah, so have I, but I'm saying that it's almost like they're rewarding bad I don't know. I appreciate it because I'm probably, if this was there, I'd probably take advantage of it. But at the same time, it's can we not look up? When we're crossing the street?
Yeah. I mean, if you think about it, it's just an extension of the walk sign. It's just so it's on the ground. I don't think that's...
I guess you
advocate.
could make the argument that when they first put those lights in that said when to cross and when not to cross, people could be like, why are you putting lights in? We're not stupid. Cross when there's no cars. If there's a car, then don't cross the street. So I guess you could make that same argument with this. It's I'm saying, why can't we just look up? It's yeah, but it's just another precaution. I guess there's no issues with adding more precautions.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
But the principle of it is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Kind of looks cool. I don't know. It's looking more futuristic. Yeah. Justin, I thought you had to leave an hour ago. What?
Oh, yeah.
Well, here's
Funny
the thing.
story.
That never happened.
Well, okay. So, are we ending this?
Yeah, I guess we are ending this. But, after we end it, don't leave the chat because I have a question for you guys. And it's secret. They can't know.
Alright.
Nerds.
Alright, thank you for, hanging out with us on the 18th episode of Barely a Podcast. My name's Alex.
They grew up so fast.
Down the street.
My name's Justin.
Thing. But my name is Tony.
You will never know my name.
His name's Eric. God damn it.
Shoot.
Eric with a C and a K.
That's just a lie.
That's the only way to spell it.
Oh my
The
god, if
only
someone's
way-
name
if
was
you-
actually spelled like that, I would be so mad.
Does it?
Why would you care?
It looks
is
stupid.
ridiculous.
It looks
Yeah.
stupid, and it's
fake
like
news.
redundant too. It's like make the same sound twice, but then don't actually make that sound with your lips. Like what?
That's inefficient.
Yeah, it is inefficient. All right, stop it, dog.
I mean, many words do that.
Hey.
Shut up.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
English
like-
language for you.
Like crack. Crack does that.
Yeah, but that's
crack
not a
looks stupid
name.
with C.
Yeah, you could probably. You know what? No. Now I'm on Eric's side because if I saw Eric spelled like that only with Erick, I would definitely get used to it. And then if someone spelled it with a K or a C, I would think it looks like it's missing something. So no, you know what? It's all relative.
Alright. Good note to end this on.
Yeah. Thank you. Adios, muchachos.